All right, fellas. What pandemic do you think is this guy hitting? Do you think it's the COVID or the crack?
I think it's the no sideburns pandemic. He just got the bottom beard.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. At least he's got some vape on.
Yeah.
No, going a little Amish.
Yeah.
No mustache.
I hate that, to be honest. I hate his facial hair. But hey, he's doing it.
COVID or crack, boys. Let's go.
You do when you get fucking high, nigga. You smoke and you choke, nigga.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah.
You do when you get fucking high, nigga. You smoke and you choke, nigga.
Does he say smoking soap?
No, if you smoke, you choke, N-word. That's what he says.
Gotcha.
That's
a fucking
that's
cheater,
not
boys.
COVID.
I like he has no front teeth.
Yeah.
Except
He also has no lung strength anymore,
Yeah.
from the sounds of it.
No.
Yeah, that.
I was impressed that he was
That's
able to
crack.
spit some words out.
That's crack for
It
sure, right?
seems like crack, but I don't want to say it was. Maybe he's just a lifelong smoker and he's ready for the cancer.
Yeah, I don't know. That's.
Why was the guy recording?
You
He
smoke,
coughed
you
on,
choke.
dude.
Welcome back, guys, and maybe a few women to the Stoop Sitters podcast. I'm joined today by Chris Marshall and the boy Cody Locke.
Hello.
But we are not, in fact, joined by our good and former friend Brock Now. He passed away at the end of last week's episode. We might not see him.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, there's a search party looking for him right now. Don't know what happened to him. I think he locked himself in a car somewhere or something. I really have no idea.
The search continues, dude. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. They got the cadaver dogs out right now.
Yeah.
We're looking for him.
Yeah.
Once this goes public and he's actually missing, this is going to look pretty rough.
Yeah.
It will look pretty rough. But he was just having fun last week.
He's a good guy.
He was having
Great
fun.
guy.
He's having fun.
He apologized like 20 times afterwards.
It's whatever. It happens.
He called me and I was just like, or I called him, and yeah, on Monday when I got home from work, he's like, dude, I'm just so sorry. I feel like you guys would do better without me. And I was like,
Jesus.
stop, dude.
We bonked heads last Friday night, and it honestly hurt.
Like,
It hurt
like
me.
hit heads?
It hurt me, and I had a bruise.
Dude.
And I was like, dude, I hit him square in the face. How does his face do?
Dude, he's just like a built dude, man.
No.
He's just like so strong.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
He's like got those bound muscle like
Yes,
a cat.
uh-huh.
He's like a little ball of energy.
Yeah.
He is. He's dense, dude. Like he's a very strong guy.
I don't want to turn this into a gay thing, but do you guys remember, like, in football when you smack each other's ass, like, good game, good play,
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
Brock has the firmest ass
Dude, it's
of all
ridiculous.
time. It's insane. I don't know if he's permanently clenching.
That is a good.
Yeah. I don't know if
That
he's
too.
permanently clenching his ass, but he has the
No,
firmest
dude.
ass. And it's
Boys built different.
good
Real.
ass.
That's a
Yeah.
good ass.
Speaking of ass, dude, did you see that? You see that lady who she had to poop and she was in that high speed chase?
I didn't see the video.
It's so ridiculous, and she gets pulled up. She's like, "I just have to poo," and then she literally, by the end of the video, she just tries to drive and
Yeah.
she tries to get out of there, and then
It's literally high speed chase, is it not?
yeah,
Yeah.
just because you had to poop. Why don't you just pull
Poop.
the old Bobby Lee, hop into the back seat, and just poop on your seat?
Oh god,
No.
that happened.
No.
And he made his girlfriend clean it up.
Oh god.
He put a steamer on the back seat?
Yeah.
Steamer, dude.
Yeah,
You
Jeez.
just see the steam.
he couldn't
rising
even
from
find a paper plate, dude.
leather. Was it
Leather?
leather?
Yeah, I think it was.
Has to be, right?
Oh.
You're not pooping on cloth seats.
I mean, if you are, you gotta fucking remove those cloth seats like it's a fucking murder scene.
Yeah.
You gotta roll up the seat and you're like, ooh.
Found
Throw it over
human-
your shoulder.
Found a deer vagina in the back.
But it
Found
was,
it was human lips.
but it's so ridiculous though. Like, just you couldn't hold a poop. I'm surprised at anybody who can't hold a poop unless it is a legit once in a lifetime emergency.
Dude, have you seen the Joe Rogan episode where he talks about Joe Rogan's? He's like, yeah, I probably shit my pants at least 5 or 6 times in my
Yeah.
life, and he's like, yeah, after I was 30. And I'm like, damn, dude, you shit your pants that many times? Like, wow, like they were talking like it's a legit thing. Like when they're on the road, they just shit their pants. I'm like, oh, whoops, like it's no big deal.
Yeah, I've
Like,
definitely.
goddamn, dude.
I've definitely had my runs of scares, but
Yeah.
I'm good.
Like you gotta, like it's coming,
Mhm.
and so you're like, I gotta go now.
Yeah, I have the.
But you get there.
I got the anti-Salento sphincter,
Oh,
and that boy, that boy's talk. I'm talking
sucks
about.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I've had a couple close calls, but
Oh, dude,
you can hold it.
I've had to,
Hold on. Can we talk about diarrhea? Is different though. If you
Diarrhea
got
is
diarrhea and you poop your pants, that doesn't count because you're just sick.
I mean, it definitely counts.
I mean, it counts for shitting your pants.
You're still
but,
shitting your pants,
I mean,
but it
yeah.
doesn't count as far as
But
like
it's not like you just unloaded a giant ass
Yeah.
fucking.
you're not sitting on a fucking tree trunk in your underpants.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, I don't know. Close calls they're scary though.
I couldn't
Like
even
when you
imagine.
Question this.
when you
Have
when
you
you
guys
try to trust a fart and you're like,
Uh-oh.
I shouldn't trust that one.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever been very sick and vomited and pooped at the same time?
No, I actually haven't, but I've been worried that it's gonna happen a few times. Like
Okay.
where I've been insanely hungover, and I was like, where's it gonna come from? It's coming from somewhere.
I've done it once.
Yeah.
I was hungover.
Really?
And you know how you have those fucking beer shits?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
And it was just one of those throw ups in the morning that, like, I don't know, it's not like you were sick, but you're like, I would be much better off if I just threw up right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've had a couple in my life where I wake up so hungover, and I was like, I need water, and as soon as I drink water, dude, it is coming out.
Yeah.
The
Well,
time-
like-
the time you puked here?
Yeah.
But
Dude, and I'm talking, I almost made it, but the front of your toilet was wrecked. I'm talking like it literally just had spewed off the side, and I was like, oh, fuck.
I know, that's
And this is like 7 a.m., and the only thing down here is toilet paper that I can use to clean it
Yeah.
up. And I'm just like, oh no.
mine was just, I threw up in the toilet and then had to poop. So I was like kneeled down by the toilet, threw up, and I'm like, kind of have to poop. Got up, wiped the shit off my face.
It's
and
better
then
than
sit down.
It's better than throwing up into your poop. You'd rather poop into your throw up than
yeah,
throw up
that's
into
true.
your poop.
That's true.
It's always sad though, like when you party with people and they just roll around in their own throw up.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
That's a rough time.
Do you guys remember last episode when we were talking about how I threw up black tar shit?
Yeah.
Can you... I also poop black tar shit after... I'm not kidding you. After drinking heavily, it's black.
Dude, you have
Something wrong with me.
You got the Final Destination spirit
If there-
coming after you.
If there is...
All you hear is, and then somehow you go, and then it enters into you, and then you throw it back up.
If there's a doctor watching this, highly doubt it. If there's a doctor watching this, diagnose me. I don't know what's wrong. Every time I drink alcohol, excessively, black tar puke and black poop.
If there's a doctor watching this, just stop because you have way
Yeah,
better things to do
that's
with your
true.
life.
Unless
Sure.
you want to talk to us about that butthole and tell
Yes.
us what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know.
We'd love to have you though.
Yeah. Come on down, doc.
Have you guys seen those crazy surgery robots that they're literally like they practice with grapes and shit? Like they're literally opening, like they're doing an incision on a grape, flapping over the skin, repairing it just to do like practice
On a grape?
on a grape.
That's insane.
They'll do it on fruit, like literally on fruits, just to like just to show how like detailed it is and how small they can get. But I don't know.
I don't work with that particular robot, but I work with a robot almost every day. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
What
is it a
does
surgery
What
robot?
does your robot
Yeah.
do?
It has several arms, and it like goes inside of a woman's cavity, and it they do hysterectomies to remove their uterus and all that shit like that.
That sounds terrifying.
No,
Is
it's
the
literally
error
every
is
day.
the error way lower than like a human error?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hardcore. Because literally you get your like it's like you have hands. Like it's so, like it's so accurate. It's literally like you have two little
That's so weird though.
hands. It's not like you don't have fingers, but you have like little, and you're excising, you're cutting, you're suturing, you're doing
Yeah.
everything. Whereas opposed, you would have to do it laparoscopically with like these two things, and like you'd have like a stick. You'd be like, it's
You
just
just
harder.
like described how I think a caveman would take out a uterus because
Pretty
that
much.
sounds fucking sketchy. No, I just
With
keep
a
seeing these crazy videos.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, it's
Jesus,
nice.
it's like
That scares me
Medical
though, 'cause,
technology's
like,
great.
you know how like if you've ever seen like videos of like the Tesla factory, how they still have people working in there because Elon's like there's certain things that robots just can't do that humans can do.
Mhm.
You would think that'd be the same thing with surgery.
you'd think,
Well,
but like a
I
lot of
feel
these,
like
a lot of these
the-
hospitals now are using like those IBM like to see
Mhm.
what to do. Pretty much like it'll tell you like this success rate or this, like it's pretty much just goes through all of that. So it'll tell you if like operating is a good idea or this or that. But that's like super super high tech shit.
But like this robot thing, like there's literally a human controlling it. Like you're like it's not just a robot going at it. There's a doctor, a surgeon, like in this little.
He's got those
in
sand
this
blaster
little-
gloves. He literally just puts his arms
pretty
in.
much. He's got like he's in this booth like 10 feet away, and he has these little fucking I don't know things that he puts on his hand, and he controls it that way. So like it's not like the robot's just going ham. He's using a remote controller or his phone or something.
You think he
He's
can hack that
literally
robot?
Think he can what?
You think you can hack that robot?
I'm sure there's a way.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it weirds me out for stuff like that.
But the thing is, those robots are like literally hundreds of thousands. Of
Oh, I
dollars.
can imagine.
I don't want to jump into the first conspiracy already.
Let's
but
do it.
Have you guys
I'm so sorry.
heard about like people's cars and shit getting shut off? Like people suiciding people, like you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, ooh, he just ran off a cliff.
Car
Like,
crash.
yeah,
Yeah.
like people doing shit like
Yes,
that,
I have
like
heard of
literally hacking cars.
Is that a real
And how it's
thing?
possible.
Yeah.
And how it happens.
Yeah.
And how
Just
they
because
could.
they're all electronically
Yeah.
computerized now.
Yeah.
Well, like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, you can all these smart devices and shit. Like, there's got to be a hole. There's a hole. I wouldn't say in everything, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Like, there's people out there looking for all that shit.
No, I'm with
So it's crazy to think like, yeah, that's cool. Like just with
You
the
could
car,
do this.
but like you know, people's fridges getting hacked and shit. You know what I mean? It's like that's so weird, but it's definitely all possible, especially if you're connected, you know, Wi-Fi or smart technology or whatever.
Yeah.
But it just weirds me out. Like
it doesn't make sense.
yeah, but it's obviously like you know later year cars like with more
Right.
electronics in it. But it's just bizarre to me. Like we're kind of just we're just waiting. We're just waiting for like something crazy like that to actually happen.
It makes you wonder, like, people out there can just literally do it at any given chance.
Yeah.
They can just fucking, yeah. Because isn't part of it, like, the government is doing that kind of stuff?
I mean,
To
I
people?
imagine they have the technology. I mean,
Like, they're
I
There's
just-
certain people. I
what
thought
do they
that-
call that? They're, offing people, or not offing people, but, like, allegedly what happened to Jeffrey Epstein. What's the term for
They're
it?
suiciding that bitch. No, I'm just
Suicide.
kidding.
Whacking. They're whacking.
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, do you guys worry about, like, your internet privacy? Do you worry about it at all?
Obviously, but it's already out there.
Yeah. So, like, for instance,
I think we're about to roll backwards as far as internet security goes. I think we just probably went like 10 years with no protections whatsoever. But I think now is going to be like, now that so many people know what's happening to your data and where's it going, all this shit, I think
Yeah.
it's going to get more and more stingy as far as like people wanting to give that shit up.
Right.
So, but I don't know, because you see iPhone, like their whole new commercial is all about security, and it's like,
Right.
I really don't know how truthful it is. And I understand that Apple's a lot better than other people as far as your security, but I still don't know
But you don't think
if I would
they're-
trust them.
I mean, they're definitely still storing your information.
Yeah.
They're maybe just
It's
not
not like they're
selling
it's
it.
not like they care about your individual text though. Like they really don't. Like they don't care what you're saying. They don't care what you're jaying off to.
Yeah.
They literally just care about your metadata. They want to know what time you're jaying off and
Yeah.
what you're doing
Yeah.
at this time and what time you wake up and all that shit.
What
so
you're
it is.
looking at, yeah.
Yeah. So it is. I don't know. It's crazy to think about, but I feel like our generation in particular, like in our age bracket, like we've had our fucking internet. You know, we've had our personal information and shit out there for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pretty much unprotected. So it's like, I don't know. I think we're definitely going to walk it backwards, though, as far as security goes, because it is fucking sketchy.
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't really care because we lived through a time where if in high school we got a nude picture of a girl,
Yeah.
we would just send it out to everybody and show everybody at school. So like,
That's called a revenge porn. for
Yeah,
everybody who's
so,
listening
like-
now.
Yeah.
that was obviously wasn't good, but we were in high school. So
I wouldn't say we, because I didn't do
I
that.
also didn't do it, but I'm just saying like we lived in a time where like we would see a nude
Yeah.
from somebody and we'd be like, holy shit, well, how are you showing me this, and that, and the other. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, our generation's had shit exposed for a very long time now, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but whatever.
Even shit like you literally, like, if you slip up now, like, people are going to notice. It's like Ted Cruz liking that porn video a year or two ago.
Yes.
It's like, dude, even if you're just scrolling through your timeline and you accidentally favorite it, people got that
Uh-huh.
shit. Like, they are going to see it regardless. So it's like, you're not fucking safe. Even the shit that's not even protected, you know what I mean? Like, even the shit that you're willingly putting out there, like,
Right.
there's still shit that's probably going to fucking happen on
Did you
accident.
see all these Zoom meeting pictures of like when the professors share their like browser and like it'll say like, dude, there was this one where it said gay interracial porn. Was that a browser on Pornhub? I was like, dude, this
That's
guy,
insane.
holy shit. Oh,
Salento Boosie.
Salento Boosie.
No, I don't know. I have Google Home in like every room of my house.
Yeah.
But I don't really worry about it.
I don't
But
worry
I
about it,
definitely
but-
know it's there.
No, I understand. From what I understand, Google is not your friend as far
Yeah.
as storing your
Yeah.
I
information.
mean, I think that's well known, right?
Yeah.
Well, Google's listening to everything we're saying right now. Then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We got one
they
right
got us on the list already.
Yeah.
It is what it
But
is.
I just
The
don't worry
names
about
too
it. But like I use Google everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm an Android user. I use like Google Docs and shit like that, and then like I use Google everything. YouTube, like.
I mean,
So I don't know. It doesn't bother
They
me.
have so much shit. It's like it's almost impossible not to use Google.
And
Right.
like people
Oh,
are like,
true.
Like
people,
who's not using Gmail? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are like Google. Google Pay isn't that secure? And I'm like, motherfucker, if they want your card, they'll get your card.
Yeah.
No matter what you use, even if you use Apple Pay, like, they will get your card
Mhm.
if Apple wants to. So it's like I don't know.
But I mean, they can't. I mean, they could, but like, they get caught eventually, right? I mean, like,
Obviously, but like,
it's like they're not gonna do it. But,
but
like,
there's probably
loopholes.
there's definitely loopholes somewhere that it's fair use or whatever. I don't really know. But like, did you guys listen to the Eric Snow and like Joe Rogan
I
podcast?
did listen to like an hour.
I only listened to it a little bit, but I need to go back and watch it.
I mean, the first one was the same. It wasn't the same thing, but it was more detail about how he got into the situation. But like, that shit is such bullshit.
So
dude.
like, okay, I have a
Like,
question.
you don't believe in it?
If there's,
no, they just fucked him over, dude.
If they're
Oh, okay.
suiciding people, whacking them, how the fuck haven't they found him?
He's very smart.
He's that. Oh, obviously I knew he was.
Well,
smart,
dude,
but
he's-
just by the way he was talking.
Well,
I was
dude,
like, this
he's
dude's
to the point
intelligent.
where like all his shit is end to end encrypted. Like no one is getting him. Like that's why he's doing a video in front of a black wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Nothing,
he
yeah.
will give up absolutely nothing. Like they say Russia, but like who's to say if he's in Russia still? You know what I
True,
mean?
yeah.
Like I don't know.
You could be in fucking Switzerland.
But like,
you know?
dude, it's a sad story to me because like I wouldn't go as far to say he's a patriot. Like he did give up shit that was illegal that the government was doing, and I think that's honorable. But at the end of the day, like I understand that is your job and that's why you were punished for it. But to charge him under the fucking Patriot Act or whatever
Right.
for being a spy or whatever, like that's pretty much a trial you're not going to win. Like you don't even have a defense in that trial. They're pretty much just going to convict you. So the only way he can get out of it is a pardon.
Yeah.
And who's going to fucking pardon that guy?
Yeah.
I think he probably should. Like, we pardoned the dude last year who fucking murdered a couple people in Iraq. You know what I mean?
Was it the military dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember him.
But it's like, dude, how are we pardoning people like that who have obviously shown signs of like PTSD? I wouldn't like obviously if you probably have PTSD and you've made these rash decisions. So I don't want to like jump to conclusions, but like that, in my opinion, is way fucking worse than giving up. Saying the NSA is tapping into your phone calls or storing your phone calls and shit.
Yeah.
But he's such a smart dude, and he really has kind of blown the cover off.
Super smart.
But it still hasn't like I don't know.
Yeah.
He's more important than Assange in my opinion, even though like WikiLeaks has been such a big deal. But he's just been fucked over end to end by the government.
Yeah.
Like back and forth. Like you know what I mean? Like just to have to go to Russia. Like that's insane.
That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
The whole him recording in front of a black screen. Have you ever heard the Shia LaBeouf like stories?
Yeah.
About how so what was he doing?
It was the flag. He planted a flag, the "We Will Not Divide Us" shit.
Yeah.
He planted that flag, and there was a camera on this wall, and it was like built in just to show like who was there and what they were doing. It's
By the way,
pretty-
Brock's gonna be pissed that we're not talking about
I
this
know.
with him.
But it
anyways,
was
he's dead,
a
so it doesn't
live
matter.
stream of them just like gathering and saying, he will not divide us, all this shit, like it was pretty much just stand up to Trump or whatever. And 4chan got a hold of it, and apparently by the jet streams in the air and the clouds and who knows what, they found the location. And
Holy shit.
they pull the flag down, and like it's recorded on a live stream, and you can see it, and they're like, they go crazy. He replants it in the middle of nowhere. A couple days later, even like a day later, I don't even remember the timeline. And they found it again. And there was 2 dudes that found it, and they just roll up, unplant it, and they get the hell out of there. But like,
Holy
it's
fuck.
crazy.
And, there was another one where he did one inside of a building.
Yeah.
Right? There was a window or something in the background, and it was a white wall with, was it the flag on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was...
Or it was like a video, and then the flagpole was behind him or something. I don't remember the logistics.
But they literally found it just by using the way that the window reflection, the sun would come through the window onto the wall at certain times of the day.
Yeah.
And they found that too.
It's crazy.
He literally couldn't get away from people. They kept finding it.
That's scary.
This is obviously not even close to that, but like Pop Smoke getting blasted in his own house.
Yeah.
Did you see how that happened?
Didn't he
No.
send a...
Someone sent him gift bags and he posted it on his story and it had his
Address was
address.
there. Yeah.
He didn't have any security in his house and they fucking rolled up on him, 4 dudes, and
He
fucking...
posted it with his address on it.
I don't think he knew, but he just posted this gift bag and it had like a tag with an address.
Like maybe
Yeah.
said like, hey, thanks to my fans, this and that, but his address was on it.
Yeah.
You gotta really be careful
And
about
then-
that shit when
and
you're
then
famous.
dudes
Well,
just
especially
roll
when,
up on
like,
you.
no, like Pop
I don't
Smoke,
understand.
he's like, New York was looking into him for the longest time about being gang affiliated, but it's like that happens with rappers all the time. Like,
Oh, yeah.
if even if you have friends in a gang, they're probably already looking at you,
Right.
like, even if you're not in it, just
Right,
because
right.
you're affiliated a little bit. So he was affiliated in some way. So my guess would be when you're in LA and, you know, not your neighborhood, and you post something like that, like, someone's going to want to violate you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you cannot post shit like that.
Yeah, it's
Like, someone is going to want to make a name off of you, like, regardless of...
Is that
they're
why
gonna get
people,
caught or not.
Is that why people get killed? Like, is
I
that
think
why
so.
X got killed?
I
Because
think
these
he got
dudes
killed.
Just wanted to fucking be
No,
famous
I think he got
themselves?
killed because he was stupid.
X or Pope?
Yes,
Pop.
X. Because when you're carrying that much cash on you and you don't have security and you're in a public place, it's not a smart thing to do, obviously.
Yeah, like
But-
30 bands.
Yeah,
or something
but I
like
think his story is what, like, in my opinion, crazier than Pop Smoke's. Like, it's like, it seemed like such a random thing.
that. Yeah.
Like, obviously he was big enough that people would know him,
Oh yeah.
but it
huge.
seems like such a random thing that it just happened.
Yeah, I know.
But it's
And
crazy.
people rode up and they're like, "Wow, there's X there."
Yeah.
In his fucking Lamborghini with his fucking Dior Louis
Yeah.
Vuitton bag or something.
Yeah,
like
I don't
that.
want to compare our time to like the late '60s, '70s when everyone was dropping dead of drug overdoses, but like the last 3-4 years, dude,
It's
like
getting close.
there's been so many.
Mhm.
Like there's been
Yeah.
Mac Miller, there's been Pop Smoke, there's been Juice. You know what I mean? There's been all these guys just either getting murdered or fucking dying from overdoses and shit. And it's like
Yeah.
it's,
Exactly.
it's,
Little Pete, dude, yeah.
exactly, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And it's so bizarre that like that shit is still happening.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I think that just a lot of those guys like. Your personal demons don't leave once you get rich. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that's a lot
I think
of
they
it.
can even grow. Not gonna lie.
It's a scary thing though.
It is.
Do
Yeah.
you think it's just because the opioids, the opioid crisis? Is that what it is?
I think it probably definitely makes it
And
worse. I
In
think
the '60s, it was what?
I don't think people want to
Cocaine
talk
and
about it,
shit?
but I think that there's a Xanax crisis.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like so many people doing that shit, and a lot of times it's not even real. Like that's how I think that's how Mac Miller ended up.
Mac
dying,
Miller
right?
died of that.
Like
so
it was
little
opiates
Mhm.
inside of the or
But-
fentanyl inside of the Xanax.
But I don't think it's gonna change until like the medical industry changes, right?
I don't know. It's
Or the
fucked up.
pharmaceutical.
The thing about fentanyl though is like it's not even us. It's literally China. It's brought in from China. Like they're producing it on a mass scale in factories. Like it's legit. Like you can look it up. They're state-run, not state-run factories. Like China's just turning a blind eye to it because
Yeah.
they're making money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just we're just kind of in the middle of it, but
Just
I don't
like
know.
them snakeheads in Florida.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I understand like obviously like sadness and all that shit like that'll happen and like maybe just fucking up, but like it's crazy to me that like we're still going through the same shit that people did with heroin and fucking cocaine 30 years ago.
Yeah,
You know what I
back
mean?
in the
Like
day.
yeah, the fucking Janis Joplin's, Belushis,
Mhm.
Hendrixes of the world. Like
Chris Farley.
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how we're still fucking going through that.
But it's always gonna be around.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
gonna be
It's
around.
always going to be the next
people,
thing.
Yeah, people.
There's
are
always gonna be a new
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think it's going around or away anytime soon. So I don't know.
I don't know though. It's crazy that it's still popping. It's like I don't know. I don't know if it's just because like the drug culture is more hyped. I don't know. I honestly don't know why it is, but it's just crazy to me that shit's still happening.
It's still cool to
Yeah.
take drugs, especially pills, opioids, and
Yeah.
it's still cool.
The thing that just makes me sad is like the whole Juice World one. Like he literally died because he was scared of the police.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like he was scared of customs, raiding his plane, so he just fucking
Swallowed all of his
yeah.
shit.
And it's so crazy to me that he was so worried about doing some jail time.
Was it not? Don't quote me on this, but I think one of his members of his like team / like not gang, but like you know what I mean, like one of the members of his like crew, had like a warrant or some shit like that.
Oh really?
I think. I don't quote me on it, but I think he was like, "Oh shit, old boy's gonna get sent to jail for a long ass time if we get caught.
Mm-hmm.
With anything on our, or maybe he's on probation, this and that and the other."
I mean,
I think.
but the
that's
thing
what it
about Juice is like I don't want to say it was gonna happen anyway, but like you listen to that dude's music, and it's fucking sad.
dude, suicide this, suicide that,
Fucking sad.
kill myself this.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point though, if the whole they didn't want him to raid because they had whatever on there.
Yeah.
If that's the case and it's not because the guy had a warrant, don't you think you probably shouldn't just take that stuff with you if you're that worried about it?
I don't know.
I
I don't think.
Isn't that part of the problem though?
I don't know. I just don't know if they're thinking about it.
I don't think they are either.
I feel like if you're that worried about it, though, you have to be thinking about it.
Yeah, but like, we live in the realistic world. He was literally on a private jet.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, with millions of dollars. Like, I
don't know. I feel like if you're living that kind of life, you take that stuff more into consideration, so you don't lose that life that you have. Whereas, like,
do they though?
I would think so, but I don't know.
You would think so, but I think it's like these type of people. Like, it's like clout, this and that and the other. / hey, I'm gonna spend.
But if you don't
50 racks on this, I mean, like.
But at the same time, if you don't have that kind of life, let's say you're just an average schmo Joe, like, you don't have anything to live for, really, right? Or if you think that you don't have anything to live for, like, I would say that you're not thinking about that kind of situation as much as somebody who doesn't want to lose the life that they have.
But I think in a situation like that, I don't think it's even that he wants to lose his life. I just think that I don't think you think you're above the law when that shit happens. But I think you realize that you have the resources to where it's going to be a slap on the wrist regardless.
Right.
So I think that's probably more the mindset, or just like fuck it, whatever. Like let's do it.
I don't know. They're putting a lot of rappers in jail, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Kodak. I mean,
Bobby Shmurda just got delayed his release.
Yeah. The whole Bobby Shmurda thing is bizarre.
Yeah, it is.
Because he went down in like a RICO investigation for guns, and it's like, dude, I don't know. New York's a different animal. It really is.
It truly is, yeah.
Yeah. But like, it's so crazy because like, it's kind of the same thing as a lot of cities. Like, you have all this high-end shit, probably one of the richest, most prosperous cities in the world, but you still have these neighborhoods where it's still inner city strife, it's still infighting and all this shit. Like, I don't know. It's definitely gotten better, from what I understand, but I imagine the crime rate's rising now because, I mean, from what I understand, it is a lot of places.
I was thinking about it the other day, and like, you almost kind of look at like the NYPD as a brand.
Yeah.
Almost, because it's so big and you're always hearing about it.
Yeah.
It's in every crime movie. Like, every crime movie is set in New York.
Well, don't quote me on this, but I think their budget is like $40 billion or something crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Like, it's something insane. Not 40 billion, but you know what I mean? Like, it is astronomically large.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of guys they have and precincts they have and shit. And that's the type of shit where it's like, I understand, but you're still probably selectively policing in certain areas.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, you're still probably doing these neighborhoods in the Bronx, these neighborhoods
Look
in
how
Brooklyn.
populated it is. Look how big it is. I mean, they have to.
Yeah.
Nobody can be everywhere at once.
Yeah. But, like, it's so big that's where the issue lies. Like, you see all these claims against these officers, and nothing happens just because it's a drop in the pond.
Yeah.
Like, this guy was, showed excessive use of force X amount of times, and he's still this. Like, I was looking at this article, and it was the officers who had the most, complaints or write-ups or whatever, and there was a guy with, 9 who legitimately is still employed. And I'm just like, dude, that's the type of shit where it's like, fucking fire that guy. Don't place him on a fucking paid leave. Fucking fire him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand it. No other job in the world. This is my problem. The Michael Brown situation. I can't breathe. The guy getting choked out on the street. That cop was on paid leave for 4 years until the case got resolved. And it's like, dude, this guy choked a man out. He's on video. The man died. And you still paid him for 4 years. In no other profession are you going to kill a guy and get paid for it.
Or get paid for paid leave for 4 years regardless of what you do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, maybe a doctor, but, there's no, I mean...
Well, that's my problem. Like, in no other facet of life could you be that bad at your job and not get fired.
And how long does it take to solve that kind of case?
I don't know.
4 years?
Especially when there's a fucking video that is one of the most damning videos that's probably ever been recorded.
I feel like you'd be surprised at how long the criminal justice system takes. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Cases are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You get sent to jail. Your court day's in a year. You know what I mean? Holy fuck. And shit, I have to sit here for a year just to be able to get heard? That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that sucks, I think.
One of my friends at work, he got in a car accident literally the night he was going home from us closing the store on Black Friday.
Oof.
He got hit by a drunk driver, got T-boned, totaled his car, and fucked up his back. So he was telling us that he was laying in the ditch because he couldn't get up.
Holy shit.
He got T-boned and then pried open his door and just like fell into the ditch, and he couldn't get up until help got there. But anyways, this was Black Friday of last year, and he just got a call on Monday at work, and the guy didn't have insurance. The guy who T-boned him didn't have insurance, and he just got a call saying, "Yeah, after the medical bills are paid and I got my cut and everything." This was from his lawyer. "You're getting a check for $10,000." But it took that long. But he's getting a check for $10,000, and I was just like,
one.
I mean,
it's $10,000 is not worth the time.
No.
Two, the medical problems. Maybe he's fucked up for life. You don't know.
He
Maybe
could
he's
be.
not.
He could be, but he also literally forgot about it. Like, he had enough money saved up that he just bought a new car in cash.
Yeah, but like, not a lot of people do have that.
I know, but like, he just was lucky enough that he had it, and then now he's just getting a check for $10,000. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I literally forgot about it."
This might sound wildly ignorant, but like, what step do you have to go to if someone doesn't have insurance? You just have to take them to court.
I don't know how
I
that
don't
situation
know.
works.
I
I mean,
honestly
obviously,
don't
Obviously,
he
it's
had a
not
lawyer.
legal. Yeah, obviously, it's not legal to be driving without insurance. So how does that work? Like, are you criminally responsible, or like,
But that's what I don't.
do you
That's
just
what I
go
don't
to civil
understand.
suit? Like, that's what I'm.
That's why I don't understand why it takes so long. Because obviously the guy doesn't
Well,
have.
it's okay. It's because of this. The insurance company is fighting with whoever his representative is, and they want to pay this much, and they say they need this much. They want to pay
Gotcha,
this
okay.
much.
Mhm.
They're going to pay this much.
Yeah.
Hey, we're only going to give you $8,000. No, there's no chance. You know,
Yeah.
it's just fighting like that,
Yeah.
where it's like, you know,
That makes sense.
where they just try to get out. They try to get off the hook for paying anything possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing with insurance companies. And honestly, I don't want to bring this up. I don't want to bring up another weird. It's not even a conspiracy, but like, insurance doesn't make sense to me.
No.
It doesn't make sense. It seems like such a weird Ponzi scheme type of thing. It's like, we're pooling our money together for, let's say, you're driving for 40 years. You might get in 1 or 2 accidents. So you're paying, you know, maybe $1,000, $2,000 deductible, and then, you know, $60 to $200 in insurance every month for 2 crashes you might get into.
Right.
It's bizarre to me. Like, I understand why it's there for, like, the protection, but it's just weird to me, like, how that even works. Because it just seems like,
It's all
it
profit.
seems more sketchy to me than a bank.
It's literally all profit. It's insane.
Yeah.
I was watching an old Top Gear video or an old Top Gear episode last night, and they had a challenge where they had to buy. They got $2,500, and they had to buy a car and insure it for a year, but they were a 17-year-old male.
Oh,
So they
shit.
literally had to buy $500 cars, and then insure it for a year. It was that much money to just insure it for a year, because they were only 17.
Mm.
And I'm like, that is so fucked up.
I mean,
Like, they couldn't find an insurance company that was under like $3,000 a year,
Dude, I know.
and on a $500 car.
when you look at the stats, though, it is astronomically different
Yeah.
from men to women at that age.
Oh,
as
it
far
is,
as the
for
crashes
sure.
they get into. I
It
do
is for
understand
sure.
why it's a thing, because like, I mean, we're just getting to the age now where our insurance is finally normal.
I know it.
You know what I mean?
Still not yet though. Like I just turned 24, and it's like fuck. It's not another year.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Dude, the thing that weirds me out is like, we looked into like, I just looked into renting cars after we talked about it, and the thing that weirds me out is like, obviously the price is different from like 24 to 25, which is already
Yeah.
bizarre.
Ridiculous.
Already kind of ridiculous, but also they won't even let you get like a vehicle over like a 6-person capacity if you're under 25,
Mm-hmm.
which is just like, I get it because your risk
Party,
of
yeah,
crashing
yeah.
might be a little bit higher, but it's kind of just bizarre to me that, I don't know, I don't want to say, it's not like age discrimination, I wouldn't say, because there kind of is a reason, but it
I mean,
kind of
there
is.
kind of is a reason, but at the same time, you're lumping all these people that are of this age into one category,
Yeah.
and that's not fucking fair.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I've never gotten in an accident in my life, and you're gonna fucking penalize me for this shit. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. I feel like they should more customize it, which is gonna be harder on them. It's gonna cost more money, this and that. So I get why they don't. But fuck you, rental car people, places.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Fuck you, Enterprise.
I don't really, dude, I still don't understand. How do those people stay in business?
I don't know.
Well, because like, are they leasing the car from like? Do they have backdoor deals where they're leasing cars? Because
I
like,
just got
I
it.
think they're just buying cars from auction, just like a dealership would.
but I'm saying you can rent a car for $200 for a week.
Yeah.
So how are you making money off that? Like even 52 weeks in a year, $200. What I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's,
think
it's a
you
lot
just
of money,
gotta be
but
longevity.
it's a lot of money,
yeah.
but it's not. I don't know.
I think you would just be surprised at the amount of business they actually have. I
feel like
helped
you probably would too.
I helped a guy at because all the fees and shit too. I helped a guy at work, and he was the manager of the enterprise in the airport at Fort Wayne.
Oh wow.
And he was telling us that because I asked him about renting a car, and I was like, "How old do you have to be?" And he's like, "All you have to be is 18, but if you're under 25, there's a shit ton of fees."
Fuck that.
He's like, "If you guys need a car, come see me, but I work at the airport, and don't come see me if you want a car." Because the fees at the airport are way, way more than they are if you just go to a regular enterprise.
Mm.
Which I don't know why.
More desperate.
But I don't
just landed in this foreign place. Fuck, I need a car.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, that makes sense. So I didn't even know they had them in airports, but
Oh yeah.
it definitely makes sense. I would just imagine how much business they do.
What's the craziest airport you guys ever been to?
Never flown on a plane.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
You scared, or you just don't want to?
I'm not scared. I just haven't had the chance. Like, I went to Florida a couple times when I was a kid, and we drove both times, which was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And other than that, like, I have family in Wisconsin, which is really the only trip that we would make, and I think it's a 10-hour drive,
That's not
which
bad.
is rough. But
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it's
there's
not
nowhere
horrendous.
there's nowhere to fly to unless you want to fly an hour or two south and then drive from there. So really, what's the point?
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna take it.
I flew once to Florida, but we went out of Indy, so it wasn't that.
Florida.
Florida?
It wasn't that bad.
That's a good.
I
Story.
don't know. Airports are just. I feel like I'd be lost.
You are. The fucking cities, dude.
I couldn't
crazy.
do it by myself. I would have like so much anxiety of like missing the plane or not being in
Especially
the right
nowadays.
spot.
Everybody wearing a mask and this and that and the other.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of masks,
Uh-oh.
Did you
Hot
guys-
take?
no, did you guys see that they fined Sean Payton and
Yeah,
John Gruden?
$100,000.
$100,000 fine, the team
$100,000.
$250, and it's like I understand the optics of wanting.
Hold on, what did they get fined for?
Okay, so NFL
yeah.
coaches on the sidelines. Okay, so let me start by saying this: the coaches are supposed to wear a mask, the training staff is supposed to wear a mask,
Required to.
but
yeah.
the players, your 53-man roster is out on the field not wearing a mask, just face
Mhm.
masks. So my point is, like, if these guys are in practice all week together, not wearing, you tell me the coach is wearing a mask during practice?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, there's
Nah.
no fucking chance.
No.
They've already been quarantined together. They are getting tested every day. So what is the goddamn point? I understand the optics of like
Optics.
wanting
Gotta be.
to like, you know, put masks on the forefront and say this is a smart idea. But I just think it is so counterproductive to say that we need to do this, and it's absolutely pointless. So that's my problem. But it's like, dude, if they're in practice all week together, no masks, and they're doing this all week together anyway, the quarterback is in the huddle speaking in the lineman's face. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's so...
Dude, I don't know how.
It seems so pointless and redundant to me, because like I understand if they weren't getting tested every day, if they weren't doing this, I understand wanting to maybe keep the spread, but it's like if they're
Right.
not, I guarantee they're not doing it during practice.
Nah.
I don't know how the NFL hasn't had cases yet.
Testing
Or have
every
they?
day. They've had so
But-
they haven't had a case in season, but they've put people on the COVID list or whatever. Like Raquel Armstead got it.
Mhm.
He got
He got.
and then he got good, and then he got it again.
Gotcha.
Or that he didn't even heal from it the first
Right.
time or whatever. So like he's on the list for like a month, but they haven't had any in-season positives.
But like at the same time, the MLB has had how many cases?
Few.
Very few.
Well, they had
But
the
didn't-
Marlins that
The
had
Marlins and the
Didn't the Cardinals or something like
Cardinals.
that?
yeah, they had to call off a game because like
Several.
a bunch of people tested positive, and I understand wanting to keep that, but it's the same thing where it's like these guys are fraternizing outside of off the field anyway. They're in the locker room. They're ripping the mask off anyway, and it's just so counterproductive to me. And I understand the optics, but it just seems pointless.
So were the coaches that got fined, were they just not wearing a mask the entire
Down
time?
on the chin. Okay,
But I saw so many doing it when I was watching
Yeah,
football.
but
so
they're
they-
the head coach, and
No, but
the
I saw so many coaches, I
the,
feel like.
the camera pans to them so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, like, when the camera pans to them and you're on national television, and the mask is supposed to be up here, and it's just sitting down here.
Well, I do understand.
I feel like that probably pisses off the NFL to an extent.
I get it, but you have to realize the NFL, they're still running on fucking headset technically. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're calling in the play to the linebacker or the quarterback, whoever their captain is. And do you, like, I understand wanting them to wear a mask, but, like, it's not, it doesn't make sense to have to wear a mask and you're trying to speak through your Bose headset. You have a play sheet in front of you trying to call plays. You're trying to talk to your quarterback on the field. You're trying to do all this. And it's like, I understand wanting them to wear a mask, but it is just not, it's not sensible to me.
Well, apparently I heard them say that you are allowed to put it down when you're calling a play. You have to put it back up.
It doesn't make sense.
Say.
But that's what I'm saying. None of it makes sense. Like I said, if you're testing every day, it's just bizarre.
When we were watching, I was watching it with Sarah, and I forget what game it was, but one of the coaches was calling a play, and he had a mask on, but he also put the play sheet above his mouth.
Yeah.
And Sarah's like, "What's the point?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think it's just force of habit.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
habit.
it's gotta be. Yeah.
They've been doing this for how many years? But like,
So many,
like Andy Reid just wears a face mask
Yeah. Do you see
or a
that?
face shield.
Now
shield.
they're giving him like an NHL shield that has like anti-fogging technology
because it was so foggy
because it
the
was
first
so
week.
foggy
Really?
the first game. Yeah.
Dude, he couldn't. He literally like had to have like fucking windshield wipers.
Yeah. But let me
That's
just be the
hilarious.
first one to say, Andy Reid does not need to see to call plays.
No.
He's a great play caller. He could just fucking send in 2 plays and send in a kill, and he's gonna be fine. Especially when you got Mahomes.
I was
Just
gonna say it
fucking
doesn't.
run
It doesn't hurt that fucking.
No,
Mahomes.
obviously it doesn't
Yeah.
help to see, but when you're Andy Reid, you've been coaching for 40 years, and you've coached the likes of
longer than any of these people have been alive.
yeah, exactly. But like you've coached the likes of Brett Favre, McNabb, a couple good quarterbacks, and then now you have probably the best future quarterback of all time.
Fucking almost billionaire. Jesus Christ.
It's insane. All right, boys. I want to start a new segment. We're going to chronicle all the unwritten characters of the world, all those that are living in the darkness of the world. We're calling this the Crackhead Chronicles Part 1.
I love it. I love it.
Hey man, look man, here you go. This is for you.
Alright, thank
Don't
you.
buy no drugs.
Alright. Oh my god, $50. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Christ.
$50.
Don't buy no drugs. He's like, oh my god, you guys got drugs?
That guy's fun. It's my opinion, though. If you're giving money to anybody who is
Fat,
seemingly
sick,
a drug addict,
mentally ill.
and it's like, dude, I understand not wanting to facilitate that again, but they're gonna do it if they want to do
It's
it.
true.
So you might as well give them the opportunity.
To buy drugs.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
god.
god.
$50, bro. What the fuck? Okay, so let me set this one up.
Oh,
Okay, so
shit.
there's this account I follow, and it's an Arab gentleman in Oakland, and he runs a convenience store, and it doesn't seem like it's in a great neighborhood, but he gets this reoccurring customer, and this girl is crazy. She'll come in, and she wants a soda, or she wants some cigars or whatever, and this guy is so nice that he will literally just hand her, 2 cigars for the day.
Damn.
Like, it's 49 cents a piece or whatever, but you know what I mean? Like, he's just
Right.
like, hey, here you go. He's like, I got you today.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is after this lady had bummed a cigarette off somebody, and she comes back into the store. That's what I'm setting up for
Okay.
you. That's what you got here.
Why are you yelling?
Please, I'm alive.
No, get the fuck out of here. Come on, what the fuck? Always for a cigarette for a lighter? Damn, it's not good for you. What the fuck, guys? She always.
I gotta play that again. I gotta see her again.
Why are you yelling?
Please, I'm alive.
No, get the fuck out of here. Come on, what the fuck? Always for a cigarette for a lighter? Damn, it's not good for you. What the fuck, guys? She always.
Goddamn, always cigarette for lighter? Goddamn.
She looks like a pig, dude. She's not like a pig.
I don't know.
She looks scary.
Yeah, she's honestly so nice. Like, I've seen so many videos of this lady, but it is such a bizarre
She doesn't seem
situation.
very nice.
What's she
Oh.
wearing?
It looks like a security outfit.
Okay, I've seen her wear some insane Like, there was one where she's wearing jeans, slippers, and a dress over the top.
Oh,
And it just looks so bizarro world where you're like, what is going on here? But also, I don't want to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up. There's videos, and she has...
don't want to bring it up, but I can bring it up.
Cody, what do you call it? You're the medical guy. It's when, let's say you miss an injection, or you put it cutaneously on accident, and you get that fucking...
Wheel?
the lumpy shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little wheel, papule.
Or it's just literally like fucking bumps from infections. What do you call that? Not like a cyst, but like, you know what I'm talking about.
Abscess?
Abscess.
Yeah.
This lady has abscesses on her, so it is so sad to look at, but this lady is so nuts. Bizarre.
But she's nice.
She seems pretty nice, but she's just...
I got a cigarette.
She's having a rough
Or
go.
no, she's kind of lighter.
She's having a rough go. And then, Chris, if you could get this next one. So this, apparently, I don't really know the backstory, but from what I read, she maybe took something from this lady, or...
Oh, this is the same place.
Yeah,
Same place.
she wronged this lady in some way. It's the same lady, And I don't know if these are chronological, but this lady's still around, but this is a fun video between her and another customer.
Oh, get off of me, please.
She's dragging the bitch out of the store.
There you go. That's what's up. Yo.
Stop! Leave me alone! No! Leave me alone! No! Here, you can have the cigar. Please get off of me! Please, you can have the cigar.
Hey, leave the door. Leave the door.
Leave me alone! Stop it! Please!
Is that a man?
No, it's a woman. Woman's just dragging her out of the store.
Jesus.
Dude, there's gonna be more to come with this lady. Trust me.
Can you imagine working here?
It wouldn't be worth any amount of dollars.
It's
you don't
insane.
think so, dude? It'd
It's
be so
insane.
fun, I feel like.
Dude,
Oh, man.
No.
I honestly,
Dealing with her?
I
Listen to
only,
her.
I only ever see him running it. Like I've never seen another employee there or anything. But it's so bizarre. Like, dude, there's one video. These dudes are just pouring up juice inside the store. Like 20 dudes, they buy a 2-liter lemonade, and they're just pouring up inside the store. And this guy's like handing out glasses, and it's just such a bizarre situation. But like, just to see like this side of life to where I've never lived, I'm just so interested in it. It's so bizarre to me. And I already got you 3. Do you mind if I give you one more? We'll give you a follow up of that lady again.
What would Brock do if he was in this convenience store?
He wouldn't go in.
You know, he wouldn't go in.
There's no chance. If he did, he would be so scared.
Yeah, you'd be terrified. I'm terrified.
So,
Fuck.
for those who want to know, the lady getting dragged out of the store right now, she is married. And so this guy really does have a big heart, but he really does love fucking with people, like the guy that works there, and makes me laugh because the content he has is just ridiculous.
Because the people he's around is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
God.
so here's another follow-up.
Oh, God.
All right, so here's another follow-up for her. This time her husband's in there with her. A lot of times they are in a group, but a lot of times you see her alone.
She hella sad today. Why?
She says, oh,
It's her
because
husband.
she knows sometimes a man has to go out in the field and do what he has to do by himself, you know what I mean? When I do shit, about me, I do shit, I don't take nobody with me.
Do you guys know what that guy said at all?
No word. I heard chilling.
Can you play it again? When he's like, oh, she's hella sad today. Why? And then,
She hella sad today. Why?
She says, oh, because she knows sometimes a man has to go out in the field and do what he has to do by himself, you know what I mean? When I do shit, about me, I do shit, I don't take nobody with me.
no.
No.
No,
You
we
don't
don't know what
You know what I'm
he's
saying? Yeah. He's like, no, I don't, but, yeah, so,
That's truly insane.
yeah.
Dude,
She looks scary as shit.
she looks mentally ill.
No. No, I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's just rampant drug use turned into, like, a mania of sorts, but she's not having a good go of it. That's for true.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. That was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's very hard to watch.
Stranger Things Part 5.
She's it. She's a star.
But that lady, she haunts my dreams, actually.
I can imagine.
I think about her all the time.
I'm scared of her.
Yeah.
100%.
I want to know more about her.
Me too. What's her name?
Don't know.
What do you think? What would her name be?
Death.
Ruth.
Ruth. Yeah, I could see her.
How
Ruth.
old is she?
Oh, I bet she's
28.
fucking 30.
I would just
28.
No,
Dude, no, I
she's
bet-
probably 40.
But she looks like she's in her 60s.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
From the rampant drug use.
But her teeth look like an infant's because she doesn't have any.
What kind of drugs do those
Benjamin
people do
Button that
besides
bitch.
crack?
I mean, like I said, I've seen
Heroin.
abscesses on her, so she's either just doing heroin or injecting something else. I really don't know.
That's a side of life I have no idea about.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Dude,
that's why we wanted to chronicle that today.
She strikes me as the type. Do you remember Joey Diaz talking about how he's the type of guy to just, if somebody hands him a pill, he's just like, just fucking take it. We'll see what it is later.
Yeah.
And like Tom was with him, and Tom Segura's like, no, dude, I'm not gonna take a random pill from a fucking stranger.
Yeah.
And Joey's like, just take it. You'll see what it is later. And it's like, Jesus
That's
Christ.
insane.
dude, like, only growing up in places like that, I feel like, do you have that mindset? You know what I mean? It's just where you grow up. You're just like, fuck it, let's see how high this thing gets me. Shit, I got something to do at 2 o'clock in the morning next day. Like, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. You wouldn't catch me dead taking a pill from a random guy.
Dude, we got a pill from a random guy. Did I ever tell you this story?
No.
It was, I think it was me, Boone, and Joey, and we went to Flashbacks with, like, Brock and Johnny, and of course they're inside having the time of their life chasing after women that they're never gonna get.
Whoa.
Sorry. But, and so Joey, Boone, and I are like, let's fucking go home. We're tired. It's like 2 in the morning. So we go outside to get an Uber, and this stupid drunken guy is trying to get inside of our Uber, and our Uber's getting pissed. And he's like, this isn't your Uber, get the fuck out of here. And so the guy leaves. So we're like, fuck, dude, you just fucked up our Uber. And he's like, dude, I'm so sorry. Do you guys want this pill? He's like, no, dude, don't.
I'm sorry I inconvenienced you. Would you like to die tonight?
Yeah. Like, he was trying to say sorry and, like, be cool with us. And he's like, so here, take this pill, dude. It'll rock your world. And so Boone takes it. He takes it from the guy. But then I'm like, Boone, if you put that in your mouth, you're gonna die. Don't fucking take that.
You might turn into a minotaur. You don't want that.
And so he just throws it away. And I'm just like, Jesus, it's a blue pill too. I mean, it could have been ecstasy, whatever, but like
red pill, blue pill, dog, just take it.
He was the type of guy that if you didn't tell him not to take it, he would have taken it.
I saw it in his eyes. He wanted to. He was going to take it, and I was like, Boone, you're gonna die. And I think that little bit of fear got to him. He's like, better not.
Yeah.
And the fact that the guy was fucking drunk and stupid and insane, and he was just like, hey, guy, can I get a ride? Let me get on the ride. And like, we're like, no, dude, this isn't your Uber. We're trying to get someplace. And he's like, no.
The Uber driver left?
Yeah, the Uber driver was like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm gone. And I was like, fuck.
That's pretty shitty, but I mean,
can you blame him, dude?
I wouldn't. No, if I'm the Uber driver,
like we were trying to get in, and we were just talking to this guy, like, no, get away. And so then, like, I think Joey gets into like a seat, and he's like actively trying to open the door. And we're like, no, dude, stop. And like we're obviously being like, you can't come with us. And he's like, dude, just give me a ride home. Just drop me off somewhere. I'll figure it out, type of deal.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Old Kyle with a pill.
Yeah, well, I think his name was Kyle.
That's insane, dude.
That's so nuts.
I wouldn't even know what to do other than get angry at that guy and tell him to fucking get out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we were just annoyed, and the fact that he was so insanely drunk that we were just like, fuck, it's okay, I guess.
I feel like if you were there, Blake, that would have been a totally different situation.
Oh,
I mean, I would have just gotten angry.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it was my door, I'd be like, hey, you don't gotta go home. You don't gotta go back to the bar. But you gotta get the fuck out of this car. Right now.
Holy shit.
Chris, I want to hear about your $1 million invention.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, me and Sarah went shopping the other day,
Mhm.
and we went to Target, and I'm like, I'm so fucking hungry. I need something to snack on.
Whoa.
I am snacking.
So I got, shout out to Brock, no, but I got a bag of bite-sized Kit Kats,
Shout out.
the unwrapped,
Jesus.
and they are fire, truly.
Yeah.
And then I got a can of Pringles, and I'm halfway into the Pringles. I can't get my hand in anymore.
Mhm.
So I'm sitting there driving down the road, and I'm just sitting there thinking, what if somebody made an invention, and this isn't a free idea, by the way. What if somebody made an invention? You know how deodorant sticks? You twist the bottom to raise
Flintstones push pop.
Yeah.
You want a Flintstones push pop technology on the Pringles.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you can make it super simple.
Yeah.
You know how the bottom of the can is, it's that metal, metal little thing. You can use that to twist, and then you just have a spring and a fucking little plate that pushes the Pringles up.
It's not a bad idea.
My worry
not a bad idea.
My worry is crunching the chips.
You're not going to crunch chips, though.
My thought was what you were gonna say
Crushing.
is like I would think of like you know how the snack size Pringle cans, like the 5-inch tall ones or
Yeah,
whatever.
other ones.
I was even thinking like obviously you can kind of reach your hand in those; they're pretty short. But I'm even thinking like a Pringles can, like a perforation going down half the can. So once you get done with
Fold.
it, you can either fold it or you can just pull it straight
That's
off.
smart.
But
too.
that's an all or nothing thing. Like you're
Right.
either gonna eat this whole fucking sleeve of Pringles or you're gonna eat none.
Yeah.
But I saw this invention recently, and it's like one of those things where it's like, where the fuck has this been? And it was a hook on the back of a seat headrest. So like it's going back, like you're sitting obviously forward in your driver's seat, and it goes on the back side.
for the people behind you.
Yeah, no, but it's just for your grocery bags.
Sarah has one.
Yeah.
She used it for her purse.
And I was like, why the fuck is shit like this? Why wasn't this around 20 years ago?
Yeah, that's smart.
You know what I mean? Like, we've had the bullet blender and the fucking slap chop for 20 years, but we haven't had a sensible way to carry our groceries.
Slap chop.
Why would I need this thing?
No, she uses it for her purse.
Yeah.
She puts it under the or behind the passenger one. She just reaches behind and
It makes sense.
puts her shit on. Yeah.
Dude, that's smart because I feel like every woman ever puts their purse on the little console rest, and if they go too fast or brake too hard,
She goes everywhere.
it just fucking slides off
Yeah.
or slides forward. It's like, God damn it. Fuck.
Is a purse really worth it?
No.
Seems like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not speaking for women because I have no clue, but I feel like I'd forget it.
My thing is, and I told Sarah this all the time. Why do you need so much shit?
It's true.
You might need some chapstick for when your lips get chapped in 3 weeks.
It's in your pocket.
Yeah.
But why do you need?
Well,
Chapstick,
a lot of their
makeup.
clothes don't have pockets though, right? Because
But,
they're
like, holy,
taut
like-
to their body
But
to
that's
show
like,
off their figure.
I understand if you. I understand if you want to carry like a little, like a clutch or something. But the big ass tote bags. What's the point?
I don't think the young women carry those. I feel like
You'd be
the
really
older
surprised.
Women, really?
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Shit.
Carrying that Kroger
Kroger.
reusable bag.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like Sarah carries a book bag, and she got a smaller one, but
Like
Just
for all
like-
of her shit?
Yeah.
A
but it's
book bag?
a small one. I mean, it's only,
It's one of
it's
those
not very
cute-
big.
It's one of those cute little Japanese ones. Haha, tiny. Haha, so tiny.
Yeah.
Japanese.
I mean, it's a Kate Spade one. It's actually nice, but it's a lot smaller than the other one she had. But it's like, what do you need all this shit for? I don't get it. Let's get her opinion on a book bag, dude.
Is she in the shower? I can hear the water.
She's either in the shower or she just pees.
Shh, let's go pay her a visit.
Let's go pay her a visit.
Yeah. No, I truly don't understand why they need everything.
I agree.
What if you
No,
need to
I'm with
redo
you.
your makeup, though? What if you start crying in the middle of your night?
Quit crying.
Yeah.
They get emotional.
What are you crying for?
That's my favorite movie.
Rebecca actually called me this?
Nobody likes-
I can't actually believe it.
Nobody likes to see a woman cry. Like, let's be straight. But what I do like to see is the post crying where she's like,
Oh, yeah. They have to, like, so perfectly get that tear.
no,
She's,
and
like,
she said it,
scooping it up.
and she said it, and
Lip quiver.
yeah.
Dude. Dude, I helped a lady at work not too long ago, and like she's buying like some computers and shit, and she just starts crying.
What?
Well, because
Wow.
like we don't have a whole lot of shit in stock at work, because obviously the time right now,
Yeah.
So I don't have shit in stock, and I tell her I don't have it in stock. I'd have to order it for you. And she's buying computers for her kids to do homeschooling on, and she starts crying. I was like, oh my god. After I tell her I don't have it in stock, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't want to deal with this. We're busy. I just don't want to deal with it. And her daughter is there, and her daughter's like probably 20, 25. And her daughter's like,
Scooping it up.
her daughter's like caressing her back, like, it's going to be okay, blah, 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 that, and the third.
God.
And then come to find out, like 3 minutes later, they're buying all this shit because their house burned down 2 days ago. And I was like, oh, no. Or probably a week, but I was like, I don't feel bad because I didn't say anything, but I was like,
Do you guys...
but I'm not a sympathetic guy. Like,
Yeah.
people tell me that shit,
No.
I'm like, sorry for your loss. Like, even when people
Move on.
even when people sneeze, I don't say bless you because I feel very awkward saying bless you when people sneeze.
If it's someone I know, I'll do it just to do it. But I honestly don't even like.
I don't like it.
I have a problem with me saying you're welcome. It's just weird to me because it seems like it's presumptive. Like, oh, I went out of my way to do this. You're welcome. Like, it just seems so weird to me. I honestly don't know if I've ever said you're welcome. I just say
It's
no.
like a stranger?
Yeah, to me, it's just like it's no problem. Like, literally, this
Yeah,
is what
no
I'm
problem.
doing. It's no problem at all. No problem. And I
For,
feel like
if you open the door for somebody.
thanks, no problem. Like, I feel like that's way better than like you're welcome. Just seems so. I understand, man. It
Antiquated,
just seems so. Yeah,
almost.
it seems so weird to me though.
I'm a big no worries guy.
Yeah,
No worries.
No problem.
no
Yeah.
problem for me all the time. Cody, I saw you get a little light in your eye when we were talking about house fires.
Fire.
Do you have a story that you want to tell that we all know?
Yeah.
Do I know this story?
You know it.
What do you mean? Do you know
You
this
know
story?
Is it the one that we all? Okay.
Yeah.
that's
Continue.
one. I don't know if I should tell it. I feel like let's just chime in as a group.
You can start or I'll start.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we went to high school with this gentleman named Brandon Stevens, and shout out Brandon Stevens. He's actually
Good guy.
He's a good guy, but he's just one of
so ridiculous.
he's ridiculous. He's so animated, and he can really get real out there, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Animated is such a good word.
It
for
really
Brandon.
is.
I've never thought of that, but it is such a good
And
word.
so him and this kid in our class, I don't even want to say his name because it's a story that I don't know if you would want me to tell or say his name, but I just won't say it because I do like the guy.
If you know who you are.
Yeah, and so they were arguing, blah, 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 just going back and forth, like, hey, and then Brandon just gets to the point where it's like, you kind of get to the point in an argument where you're just joking around, like, I'll kill your family, I'll, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And he literally said, dude, I'm going to burn your house down. As a complete joke.
Yes.
Ha ha, I'm going to burn your house down, dude. That's
Brandon's
hilarious.
not the type of guy that would obviously burn somebody's house.
They're arguing for real, but at the same time, they're friends.
Yeah.
So they're like, hi, hey. He's like, hey, I'm going to burn your fucking house down.
Let's say,
Shut your mouth.
let's say this was Thursday or Friday at school.
Yes.
And it happened like a Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
We get back to school Monday, and the gentleman whose house said he was going to burn down, his house in fact burned down.
Burned the fuck down,
that
dude.
weekend.
It's not even funny. I don't know
Dude,
why I'm
it's
laughing.
not funny, but the odds, dude. It happened.
Whatever the odds are, it's not great. And so,
not great.
I'm going to burn your house down. Ha ha. Sad story, his house burns down.
Poof, gone.
And dude, somehow he comes to school like that Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
Yeah.
your house just got burned up. Like, take your time, you know?
Yeah.
And so,
Take your time.
so immediately,
Bro.
yeah. So immediately, we're just like, what is going on? And so, long story short, it was started by an electrical fire. Eventually, they found out.
Yeah.
But originally, after your guy says he's going to burn your house down, your house burns down, obviously gets questioned by the police.
Gotta be investigated.
Obviously
It's
has
gotta
to be investigated.
Because the odds are so little that they're like, shit, maybe this kid burned his fucking house down. you
Well,
know?
there was only one person this last week that said was going to burn your house down. So that's suspect number one, if you ask me. And so they go ask him. Obviously, he didn't do it, but it's just one of the most crazy, by chance, coincidental things I've ever seen happen.
Dude, it's crazy. The fact that it happened. Oh my god.
The worst part of it is when he said they were trying to save stuff from his house after they put the fire out. Like everything that was almost salvageable was still covered in water. So like he had a rough go of it.
No,
so
it was terrible.
It was definitely
It's
terrible.
not a joke, and it's
No.
not funny. But the fact that Brandon said, "I'm gonna burn your house down," and then it happened, it's comical in a way.
Yeah, and then he came back to school on Monday and he's like, "Hey, remember you had a house?" And it was gone. Yeah.
Holy
But
shit.
There is a good ending to the story. They rebuilt. It's a beautiful house.
Very nice.
And
Super nice.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
And I'd say they're gonna live a good life until Brandon comes around again. Fucking goes round number 2 on him.
Yeah. And I remember we TP'd him so much out of love. We didn't hate Zach Robinson.
No.
We just TP'd him out of love because truly his house was so easy to TP.
Well, I mean, when you have trees out by the road
yeah.
and you live a mile away.
I was gonna say, like, it's literally one of those houses. It's like I don't know, like maybe 100 yards back or something. Not even 100 yards back, but it's literally just filled with trees, and the trees are directly next to the
huge
road.
trees too. Like
Huge
someone had planted them
trees.
50 years ago.
Oh
They're big.
yeah, dude.
They're
And
just
it's
a gold mine for TP.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
And it gives you that wow factor when you're driving by of the toilet paper streaming over the
Yeah,
road.
streaming over the road, and you're like,
Yeah.
But we
That was
TP'd him
nuts.
so many times.
At
and
least 5.
After they rebuilt the house, they put like a state of the art fucking security system.
Even
in.
before they rebuilt, they were starting to get floodlights and shit, starting to catch on, and it's like, you're 5 times too late.
Yeah.
You got already.
No, I remember just literally all of us packing up a book bag full of toilet paper and walking over there down the highway.
The most iconic story I've ever heard in regards to TPing is one you've already told. Is when we were about to TP somebody, and your whole entire car was literally filled with TP, and then your car couldn't start.
I have one.
Yeah.
How about when we went to TP our boy Dan?
Yeah, I was
Shout out Dan.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Dude.
it wasn't the same thing. It wasn't a guy we didn't like. It's just a joke. Like, hey, you're gonna have toilet paper in your yard for 3 days, and you were just a convenient.
Yeah.
Same thing. So many trees in this
Right.
guy's yard, kind of in unlit neighborhood. Perfect spot, right? And so it started to become our thing. Like once we would do it, we're straight knocking on the door and getting the hell
Running,
out.
yeah.
Because it's funny, obviously, when you wake up to that, but it is definitely way more angering when you get woken up in the middle of the night and you're like,
Fuck.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so we TP this guy's house, and for a while.
Oh,
Like, it probably took us 20 minutes.
oh, it was, yeah.
So we're hanging out for 20 minutes just TPing this guy's house, and 2 of the guys, they go up to the door.
Hold on. Can we tell them what we were wearing?
What you guys were wearing, but not I.
Yeah. Okay. So we went and my mom took us to Walmart to get the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And we decided it would be a hilarious idea
Allegedly.
to buy women's thongs. And so that's what we wore.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the iconic picture of Skylar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of him between two trees that were covered in toilet paper?
The best part about it is the picture was taken with a absurd flash.
Yes.
Yeah. It was taken with an
In the
absurd
middle
flash.
of the night.
Yeah.
Skylar is turned around, not facing the camera, and he's just doing the Nixon.
With his thong ass.
Yeah, with
his
thong
ass to the thong.
And mind you, the
Thong
fucking
ass.
thongs aren't gonna. They're women's thongs, so they don't have a junk trap. So our
You're-
dicks are
you're-
just flopping around. Like
They got
it's
a little crease in between them because
Yeah.
there's literally one string of fabric holding the two nuts
Yeah.
together.
Building a railroad track between your balls.
But yeah, anyways.
And so we go through this. It takes us forever to TP. Like, we go kind of hard on it. And so we go up to the door, and a couple of them knock. And I'm the slow guy, so I'm already standing close to the car, just kind of, waiting to get out of there. And I see two people go up, and they knock on the door. And as soon as, like, the third clack hits against the door, I see someone in the fucking window.
Dude, okay, can I add to that?
Yeah.
So I was the one that was second to Skylar. Skylar was going up there because he was the fast one. He was the ballsy one. or
And I was
whatever.
right next to him.
Yeah, and I remember being right up there too. And I remember literally looking in the window and I saw Dan's dad
Yeah.
in there. And
He was standing in a
he
robe
was
in his
standing
underwear.
in a robe in his underwear, right there.
Yeah.
And like I didn't have the time to be like, he's right there. And so literally Skylar just goes poo 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 poo, and like he was there, dude. He was right there. So
And
we
like
fucking,
they had one of those like glass doors,
yeah.
and then a door
Uh-huh.
in the inside. And so the door, he had opened the door, and it was just a glass door, and he was just standing there in his
Uh-huh.
underwear and a robe. And I was like, holy
We were like, get
shit.
the fuck out of here.
And so we're running back to the car, and my mom has an SUV, and she just has the back hatch just popped, and we all just dive in, and she just drives away.
Allegedly, she wasn't there.
Yeah,
She wasn't there,
she
allegedly.
And so we go through that, right? And we get finished up, and we get home, and we're like, dude, that was fucking crazy, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was definitely standing there, probably
Literally.
watching us for 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And so the guy who we TP'd, Dan, magically shows up at the house that we're at like 4 a.m. And he's like, hey, what's going on, guys? Like, pretending that nothing happened. That absolutely nothing happened.
Dude, what's up, man? How are you?
And after about 8 minutes into the conversation, we're like, hey, we just TP'd your house. So
He's like, yeah, no.
yeah, we made it known within like 38 minutes of it
Oh,
happening.
dude.
And yeah, we had been had because his dad was probably watching us, from what I guess, maybe 10 minutes.
Dude,
What about when we TP'd Boone's house, and we tried to light pumpkins with
yeah.
firecrackers?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just blow them up. The TP job wasn't that great,
He didn't have as many trees.
but did you ever hear what their mom did?
No.
Beth Shellman, what an incredible woman.
Great one.
Shout out.
She mailed my family a Christmas card, and the Christmas card had some of the toilet paper in it that we TP'd with.
Dude, that's
That's gangster.
both
Yeah.
gangster, funny,
Yeah.
and so petty.
And like I could tell that it wasn't just a piece of toilet paper because it had been rained on and then like picked up and
Dude,
dried out
For one,
and then
she
mailed
had to
to
keep
us.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, we probably TP'd in
It would've been
September
in
or
October.
October, and she kept that bitch and sent through a Christmas card.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
That's so petty. I love
Do
it.
you remember them accidentally booby trapping their yard?
Yeah,
They
dude.
had these like little holes that I don't
Uh-huh.
know if there used to be sprinklers or used to be what. And we're running around going crazy middle of the night trying to get the toilet paper up, and I see someone step into one of these
It
holes.
was me.
I saw
Was
you
he?
eat fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
I saw you eat shit, and in the middle of the night, in the middle of this, I start laughing. Like, so hard. I start laughing after watching Chris, and so I'm just still running around. Not more than 10 seconds later, dude, I hit one, go down, and I'm just like, oh!
Yeah.
Ripped my fucking ankle apart, dude.
Dude,
But, yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't
Oh,
accidental booby traps.
Accidental for sure. It was just shit.
I don't know if they were accidental. I think he just dug a bunch of holes
You
in his
got
front yard.
former landmines.
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, I should probably take these landmines out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, I just remember that, and that was insane. But
Holy
dude, we
shit.
We were dirty, rotten scoundrels.
Dude, we TP'd so many people.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. We had an art form to it.
Not
dude.
only did we
Literally.
TP so many people, we TP'd so many people multiple times.
Yeah.
But it's so fun because
Hateful.
literally it's the least destructive, most
It
ridiculous
really
thing you
is.
can do.
We never were destructive.
Do you remember the one time we took it too far, though?
What's that?
We didn't. This was at
Was
very.
this homecoming week?
Yeah.
Okay,
wealthy.
Okay.
Wealthy,
No.
We already talked about this,
No.
Can I just tell you off mic?
Yeah, I already know what you're talking
We
about.
already know.
Okay.
I know what
I
you're
just
talking
think
about.
it's funny.
It is hilarious,
It's
but that
hilarious.
was the one that was too far.
I wasn't there, so that is that's my. I'm out of that one. I'm criminally free.
But also the kid that did it
He asked for
is
it.
mostly his fault.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say he's mostly not smart.
Oh,
No,
that too.
The things that we did, that we had planned,
Harmless.
this kid just kind of tagged along with us.
Right.
He wasn't really
Can I tell a
invited.
story about this kid?
Yes.
I was not there, but I've heard this story secondhand so many times.
Yeah.
They were at a school, and they were finding these huge rocks, just fucking messing around, doing whatever, crazy
Oh,
shit, right?
no.
Sorry.
And so the way the school is set up, there's a bottom floor side entry. It's just double school glass doors, only 2 of them. And allegedly, if there's an investigation that's still ongoing, I had nothing to do with this, and I have no idea.
I also had nothing to do with it.
But the story is that he was just the type of guy, once you got him riled up, he would do anything.
We know firsthand that he would do.
Yeah. So he ends up getting riled up like, ah!
Do it!
Motherfucker picks up what I assume is a 5 to 15 pound rock. And he fucking shot puts it at the door. Shatters the door. And he just goes, fucking gets the, goes, ah! Like he was fucking William Wallace in Braveheart. Literally thought that he was, you know what I mean? He goes fucking nuts.
And like this kid, very athletic.
Yeah.
Super
So, like,
strong, super fast. Oh, yeah.
When
dude.
he starts to run, he goes 0 to whatever his maximum speed is in less than a second,
It's like watching a
he's-
literal roadrunner.
and
Dude,
he's running until he passes out.
Yeah.
He's not stopping.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
I just felt like running.
Yeah.
I got to the end of Greenbow County, and I kept going. But that's pretty much what this guy did, and he
dude.
ended up running all the way to Iowa. And, and after it's all said and done, I don't know if anybody ever knows, but that's the type of guy he is.
Whew.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so funny. Because I just remember hearing the story. I remember seeing the school door smashed to shit. Damn, what happened? And then, of course, it circulates around the school. We're like, what?
There's
He never got in trouble for
No,
it.
he
No,
never got
there's
in
just
trouble.
there was a piece of wood over the door, like they were prepping for a hurricane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
pretty
literally,
much.
and everybody would drive by and be like,
Look at that.
but anyway, the guy was he's the type of guy
Oh
you
my
could
God.
not even talk him into anything, but when you're in the moment being ridiculous,
He'll do it.
he'll do anything.
Yeah.
It's a loose cannon. That is the definition of a loose
100%
cannon.
loose cannon.
It was, yeah. But, like, TPing was so fun back
Oh,
in the day.
dude,
It was so fun.
Dude, we should do it.
No.
Why not?
Arrested.
Oh, come on. You serious?
Yeah.
Vandalism?
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
There's more of a chance now than when we were fucking 15.
I feel like a cop, if a cop were to stop us, he'd be like, come on, guys.
I feel like we could do it in Albion still, though.
I don't know. I feel like if we were to do it, it's got to be the same thing where we're doing it to somebody who's not a willing participant,
Yeah.
but someone who literally it's not going to sweat them. Like they literally don't care.
I think it'd be even more funny now because a lot of our friends
Have
own or
houses?
live by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
it'd be even
agree.
more funny.
If I got TP'd, I'd be like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Dude, we got TP'd. My parents got TP'd one time.
Yeah.
And, like, we don't have that many trees, and it was such a bad job. I woke up the next morning, and I was like, hey, Mom and Dad, we got TP'd. And they looked outside, and they just started laughing.
Yeah, dude.
Because it was such a bad job. My mom was like, that's all they got? And I was like, you're such an animal.
Dude, that's so
But we got
funny.
TP'd. It was such a bad
Dude, it was
job.
probably women. Okay, sorry. Probably girls.
I do remember
Because
it. I think I do remember
yeah.
it being women.
Exactly, because I remember getting TP'd and it was by a bunch of girls and they were like,
Yeah.
"Hee," and it was so bad.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
They ain't got the cannon.
Oh, they got that.
I remember going for the first time in like 6th grade, and we went with this dude who was probably, well, I mean, this is already going to sound bad, but he was probably like 20, 22. And he was like a friend of the family we were going with. And he was like our sensei of TPing. And we literally went through like a crash course on how to throw a roll of toilet paper. And I swear to God, it was good. It was good technique, and I used it every day.
You gotta grab it, let the little piece fly out.
You can go underhand or overhand, but
I remember my mom was the one that taught me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She's an animal.
yeah, she's fun.
She is.
See,
super
I
fun.
feel like TP is way more harmless than throwing eggs at cars.
It is.
Yeah,
Throwing eggs
Yeah.
at cars was pretty bad.
yeah.
TP,
But we
like,
didn't do that.
I
We
don't-
didn't do that.
I just don't understand why it is technically a crime.
TP.
Yeah, like it's not destructive.
It's not destructive, but it is vandalism to an extent.
I think it's just
Aren't
the
you
time.
defaming the property technically? So like,
Well, at the very least, I mean, it's kind of trespassing, right?
It is
Yeah.
trespassing, I guess. But.
You trespassers!
you trespassers! I'll get you! I'll get you!
Yeah, I don't know.
But I just remember that. I just remember all that shit. It was like, why are we doing this? But also, we can get
It's
away
so
with it. That's
fun.
why we're doing it.
It was so
Yeah.
fun. Come on.
I'm trying to remember who else
for
would even
real.
TP back in the day besides the people we already named.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I know she listens to the podcast, so shout out Katie Lee, but we TP'd her one time
Yeah,
too.
we did.
And that was, she has such a long driveway
So long.
and like so much open field
Mm-hmm.
that I remember just running like half a mile to even get to the spot we were gonna TP.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you find it weird that at her place she has like a pond that's like up a hill?
Yeah,
It makes no sense to me.
It's man-made.
I know, but it's not fucked. It's just fucked.
it's just
It is
fucked.
It's just fucked.
She also lived underground.
Yeah, pretty much.
She lived in a hobbit hole, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy.
Shout out living underground.
Yeah.
At least your house will always be cold.
Yeah.
Seriously. You know how it's like it's like one of those built into the ground hill type of houses, and there's all that
Yeah.
and shit behind. Remember when a tree fell over and blasted right through her underground house?
Yeah.
It's like, isn't that the whole point? Living underground, you can't get this shit.
trees.
She
It
got
still
got.
happened.
She got got.
Slept.
Mm-hmm. But I don't
It's
know,
like
man.
that. It's like that house by Devin's house on 8.
Mhm.
The one that's literally
Oh,
built under
yeah.
a hill.
I don't understand. Where's the window? You don't have windows in your
Yeah.
bedrooms, right?
Yeah. I don't get it.
Unless they're like those little basement shits where like
That's like little, little.
Yeah, that's probably rough. All right, before we get out of here, I just got one question for you guys. Something that I wrote down. What's the most overrated food that you can think of, or the most overrated restaurant you can think of?
I would say B-dubs. B-dubs is mine. B-dubs, or if we're talking like in this area, I would say probably Qdoba as well.
Ooh, you don't like it?
I just don't think it's that good. I think Chipotle's better, and everybody's going to disagree with me, but I just think Chipotle tastes fresher.
I've gotten into arguments with my roommate Jack because he alleges that Qdoba was good, but he won't eat Chipotle.
Why? Is it because of the whole, they had a lot of scares? and
No,
health-
it's
the
literally
health
he just
thing?
thinks it. I don't like it. It's almost the same thing.
I think a lot of people are just like, I don't like it because everybody else likes it, or it's so popular. I feel like that's what it is for a lot of people. But I truly think it's not bad food.
I think Chipotle is properly rated, though. I think it's fine. You can make it good. It's
very good.
Same thing as Subway, which Subway is way fucking worse. But it's like saying you don't like Subway. It's like you don't like stuff that you can just put on. I don't know.
Yeah,
like you
that's
literally
right.
are choosing everything that you want. How
I
can you do that?
understand that like Subway is kind of shitty.
Yeah,
'cause it
it's
does
not.
kind
The
of
quality's not good, but
Yeah.
I'm saying it's.
To
there's
say
something
that you
for-
don't
there's-
like it,
Yeah, there's
it's
something
just
for
like-
everybody.
What?
Cody, what do you got?
I'd have to agree with B-dubs. But also, after ordering pizzas every fucking weekend for the past 2 months,
Papa John's.
I'm not loving Papa John's and Pizza Hut's pizza anymore. I'm starting to like the actual from a mom and pop fucking, you know what I mean?
After I yeeted out that Papa John's a couple weeks ago in front of your toilet, dude,
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever wanted to eat it
No,
again.
I know, dude. And the thing is, I'm like, just to be safe, let's order fucking 5 pizzas. You know what I mean?
You have 2 pieces left over.
Yeah, and no, dude, yeah, literally 2 pizzas left over, and so
Yeah.
of course I gotta eat some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I've started to not like.
You guys can keep going.
Okay. I've started to not like the Papa John's, Pizza Hut, that type of pizza.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
dude, I fucking hate Pizza Hut, but I feel like it's not really, you know what I mean? Like,
Dude, and you know-
nobody loves it anyway.
Right. I would even say that I think I am starting to enjoy. I would enjoy Pizza Hut's wings over B-Dub's wings.
Ooh, I don't know.
Dude, come. Oh, what?
You like-
You're the one that just said B-Dubs.
You
is
like
fucking,
chewy chicken wings?
is.
B-Dubs is just ass, dude. I'm telling you.
Honestly,
I've went there so many times and just not been impressed. And then I got the bill and it was $40, and I was like, fucking Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Wings in general, though, are just overpriced.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And what's crazy is like, I've heard people talk about like older people, like
Yeah.
chicken wing used to be like the worst fucking part of the bird. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like nobody really wanted it. Now it's like, it's crazy popular.
And you know what's crazy? I work with several Filipino women, and they don't get our affinity with chicken. They're like, why do you guys eat chicken so much?
Mhm.
So we never ate chicken. She's like, we ate pork and seafood. That's it.
Mhm.
And she was just like, I don't understand why you guys eat chicken. It's chicken this, chicken that. Like, it's I never even thought about that. I was like, damn.
I think it's also because of a little bit. I mean, the Philippines is very religious, but I
Right.
think it's also maybe religious background too. Like those, Christians who, whether they don't eat beef or don't eat pork or whatever, they eat chicken only. Like Chick-fil-A's are a thing for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's your most overrated place?
I honestly think Texas Roadhouse
Texas Roadhouse
is one of the most
I think all those chain steakhouses are not good.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to a local steakhouse.
This is a hot take.
You don't like their fucking butter?
That's
and their
exactly what I'm gonna
fucking
say.
rolls, dude.
The rolls, who fucking cares?
Dude, their butter's so
You
fire.
can buy rolls anywhere. You can go to
But the-
Logan's and get the same fucking rolls.
I
and
do
not
agree
their
with
butter.
Blake to this point. I don't go to Texas Roadhouse to get rolls.
No. I might go to Red Lobster for the cheddar baked biscuits,
Yeah, those are fire.
but I'm not going to fucking Texas Roadhouse.
But I know
for the
that if I
rolls.
go to Red Lobster, I can also get the biscuits and like good ass seafood.
Yeah.
Or decent enough.
mildly good.
Yeah, decent enough seafood.
Yeah.
But like a lot of those chain steak places, like a steak is a steak.
Yeah, I mean, there is definitely quality of meat, but I think
Yeah.
most of those places, it's whatever.
I don't know.
This
I
is
would
gonna-
agree.
This is gonna piss Joel off, but not a big fan of Logan's.
I went there a couple weeks ago, and it's run of the mill. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Did
Like,
you go with us the other day?
Um,
Or not the other day, but we went, dude, and I was just like, this place is not good.
Joel
I ate a
loves it.
burger there, and it was. I mean, you can't fuck up a burger. You know what I
Right.
mean?
But unless you want to go there and spend $30, like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get something decent.
And then all those nerds that had peanut allergies, so they don't even have peanuts.
Are you serious? They got rid of their peanuts?
Pretty sure.
No.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
I don't think that was Logan's though.
It is.
Is
Because
it?
they used to just throw
Dude, they
peanuts
used
on
to
the floor.
they used to have a little barrel full of peanuts.
Yeah.
It's like, here's
I guess when they move locations, I'd never been to. The
I think
new
they
one.
might still have them, but I think you may have to ask. Like, they don't just give them to you anymore because
Wow.
What's the one by the bridge on Washington Center? Is that Texas? Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah.
It's Texas.
That one's not bad. I think they used to have peanuts there too. That's the one they used to have peanuts at.
Yeah.
But they don't do it anymore.
Damn.
I'm just not a huge fan. I just don't understand
You're
the
just not a
affinity.
big steakhouse guy?
I think steaks are awesome, but I just think a steakhouse, I mean,
You want to go to a steakhouse when you go to Tennessee?
I don't care. You know what I mean?
There's some
Like,
good ones
there's
there.
steak, like that one steakhouse we went to in Chicago. There's places
Yeah.
like that where it's like, it's not just a steakhouse. They really do have so many other things.
That was like a 4-star
But
restaurant.
I'm not even
though.
kidding. As far as going to Texas, it's like, do you want a steak, or do you want a piece of chicken, or do you want a bloomin' onion? Like, literally, there's such few options. I feel like.
I think the big thing with that place in Chicago was more like it was an experience to eat there too.
Yeah.
Like
it's
it's
right on
not
the
an
river.
experience to go to a Texas Roadhouse.
Also, I think it's just the decor pisses me off in Texas.
I think why is it always Western?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Why is it dark
Texas.
as fuck in there?
It is
Yeah.
very dark.
So you can't see your shitty
There's
steak?
posters of Willie
Or you
Nelson
can't see
and
the
shit on the
shitty,
walls.
the shitty fat girlfriend you're taking with you.
Whoa, dude! Come on, why is she gonna be fat?
But I really
The
don't.
shitty skinny one you're taking. I don't know.
Translucent skin.
Yeah. So you can't see right through your wife's skin.
That'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of steakhouses are overrated. I want to go to Ruth Chris though.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend $52 for a fucking.
I don't
ribeye.
either,
Yeah,
but I do want to go
and
there
then
at
another,
least once.
and then another $30 for a fucking drink.
I would just rather go to like mom and pop or like very local restaurants nowadays.
I feel like there's not a lot of mom and pop steakhouses though.
Not in Fort
No,
Wayne.
but I
really.
mean, you could get a steak, somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it's such a weird affinity where it's like, I've made steaks at home that were just as good
Yeah.
out of a fucking pan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just butter based your steak and you're
Mhm.
spending half the price.
I'm with you though. Why does every steakhouse in Fort Wayne have to be a Western steakhouse besides Ruth Chris or Baker Street or Eddie Merlot's? Why do all the chain ones have to be fucking
I don't know.
Cowboy Roy?
We're out west.
And they
Yeah.
sing a
Cowboy
fucking country
Roy.
ass birthday song and they're square dancing in
Fingers,
the
I
middle
mean,
of it.
doo-da-da,
Yeah.
doo-da, doo-da.
Exactly. Why do they have to do that?
I don't know.
Why is that the thing? But I don't know. What's the most overrated Mexican place?
Don't you say it.
I mean, I don't know. I think I don't want to say they're all similar, but I mean,
They all are similar.
there's a quality of a Mexican restaurant where it's a lot of the same shit.
Yeah.
At least I can't tell. You know, I can't tell. Like, I'm never disappointed going to a Mexican restaurant, but I'm never like, that's the best thing I've ever eaten.
Banditos.
That's your most. I've
It's
never been.
disgusting.
I've never been, honestly.
I don't think it's good. Well, one, it's all American run.
Okay.
So it's like American Mexican. So it's just,
You need a Mexican mom that's been cooking for your whole damn life.
Famous taco.
Yeah, that's what you need.
I need a Mexican mother that can make a tamale in her sleep type deal
Yes.
to cook my Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's in her sleep, smashing the tortillas.
the tortillas.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's definitely an overrated restaurant for me. As far as like, I don't know. I was trying to think of an overrated food, just to be exact, but I don't know. I hate a lot of shit.
What's the overrated food?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think chicken is just overrated.
I mean,
You can have bad chicken for sure.
Well,
I think-
not even bad chicken. I just feel like it's kind of tasteless in a sense.
Yeah, I don't want to blanket statement this, but it's gonna be. I think pasta's overrated.
Like spaghetti.
I think it's good, but it's not something that I
I think
ever
if you
want.
get good ones, it's like I like eating Italian food.
Yeah.
But
I just don't really like tomatoes, and it's
Yeah.
almost every fucking thing is tomato,
yeah, that's true.
unless you're getting an Alfredo.
I feel like Olive Garden's slightly overrated.
Come on.
I
duh.
agree. Yeah.
What are you going there for except for breadsticks?
Their salad's pretty fire. Though, not gonna
Super
lie.
salad.
Dude, can we just
Yeah,
Can
we
we
gotta
end-
tell this one
end the
before we
podcast
go.
on that?
All right,
I wish he was right here so I could tap him on the back.
you want to save it?
But we're gonna talk shit about him while he's not here.
Mm.
I
Give him one
wasn't
of
there,
these.
so you guys go.
I wasn't there either. I just heard it.
So I wasn't there either, but I just
None of
heard
us
it.
were even
No.
there.
So none of us were even there. But
no,
we
you were
can.
there.
I wasn't there. I
Just
didn't
wait-
go
just
that
hold
day.
it. Why don't you just hold it then?
Okay,
wait
we'll
till
just
he's
hold
here.
it.
I'll
We'll
write
wait
it
till
down.
Brock.
I just want him. I want him to be right here so I can give him one of those things. That
Super
go,
salad.
That's what I need to laugh now. You know, I just wish he was here.
Dude, did you guys,
Hopefully-
did you
hopefully
guys
we find
notice?
him.
I do hope the search and rescue.
Did you guys notice when right before he passed away, he was in that drunk stage where when he laughs, he sticks his tongue out.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think anybody caught it, and like I was being very obnoxious. So I was also intoxicated, but he also attacked me and put his finger in my mouth.
I tried to catch it and freeze frame it,
Dude.
but it wasn't apparent enough.
I'm telling you, he grabbed
Yeah.
me here and then just went inside my mouth, dude. You know, you ever see that video where he's wearing the mask and he's got that Halloween mask? He's got the Halloween nasty finger, and it's like a 9-inch finger, and it goes directly down his throat. That's what I felt like. Oh God!
And the
That's what
girl
I
just
felt like.
gags.
Yeah, that's what I felt like.
No, but yeah, he was in that drunk stage where he was just laughing with his tongue out. He was also there was certain things that he said that I was like,
Didn't make sense, dude.
We're
no,
gonna.
not,
they didn't fit.
not only that. You could tell he was all horned up for some
Oh,
reason,
dude, he was ready.
He was all horned
He was
up.
ready to go, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good sized penis.
I mean, it probably is.
Yeah.
Probably is. Remember when Jordan said, "You'll give him 3 inches now, dude"? That
yeah,
one
dude,
got
that
me,
was
dude.
so quick.
Oh, dude, he's so quick.
All right, fellas. I think it's time to get out of
It
here.
is.
Yeah, it
it
is.
truly is.
All right. If you're still listening, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. If you're still listening, love you. Shout out you.
Congratulations.
Once again, follow us, Stoop Sitters Pod. Like, subscribe on
Capital
the YouTube.
S, capital P,
We don't have to
capital
say
S,
that.
capital Z.
Yeah, we don't. It's
Yeah.
not case sensitive. But yeah, follow us at Stoop Sitters Pod. We're gonna be, every Tuesday as always. We'll have a semi special episode.
Yeah.
Not
From undisclosed.
Undisclosed location.
It'll be a week from. It'll be the first week of October.
Yeah. So we'll have that coming to you after that. But thanks again if you're listening. And shout out Brock. Shout out the search team. Bring him home.
Bring him home.
Bring him home.
Thanks for listening.